Hello, boys and girls. It is Miss Oates, and welcome back to another reading review video. Today, we are going to be reviewing author's reasons. So by the end of this video, you are going to be able to identify specific points an author makes in a text. You're also going to be able to describe the reasons an author provides to support points made in their text, and our focus standard is 2 RI.2.8. So let's go ahead and talk about the key point. When an author is trying to write a story, they're trying to prove something in the text. So when you prove something, you want to show that you are correct. So when an author is trying to prove something, they're usually telling us how they feel or what they believe. And to prove what they believe, to get that key point across, they have to give us reasons. Those reasons are going to be explanations as for why an idea might be right or true. So reasons are our big why. So think about your favorite dessert. I want you to name your favorite dessert right now. All right, your favorite dessert is going to be your key point. Your reason or your why is going to be why you like it. So for example, I like ice cream. I think ice cream is the best dessert because, so this is the start of my reason, it's sweet and delicious, especially on a hot summer day. That's my reason. That is the reason why I think I'm trying to prove to you that ice cream is the best. I'm trying to convince you to join my side that ice cream is the absolute best dessert. And with those reasons, I need to make sure that I have a good support system. So support is to help explain or provide evidence for a main idea of a text. So let's go back to my main purpose, my favorite dessert. Let's go back to that. Ice cream is my favorite dessert because I'm giving you my reasons, and my reasons need to be a strong support system to support my key point, to prove that I am right. I like ice cream because it is sweet and delicious, especially, there's my support, on a hot summer day. So my key point is my favorite dessert. My reasons are going to be why I like it and why I think you should like it, especially on a hot summer day. Think about it. When you're hot outside and it's like sweating, you're drinking all this water, what do you want? What are you craving more than anything? Ice cream. There's my support. I'm trying to convince you that my idea, my key point is the most important of all. So now we've talked about what are key points, we've talked about reasons, we've talked about how to support those reasons. Let's go ahead and practice. So I'm going to be reading you a story about having a growth mindset. And having a growth mindset, boys and girls, is so important. And this story is going to tell you why. So as I'm reading, I want you to think about what is the author's point, and then what are the reasons that the author is giving us as to why it's so important about having a growth mindset. And are those strong supports? Are those reasons really strong supports? Are they convincing you that you should have a growth mindset? Go ahead and follow along as I read, boys and girls. Having a growth mindset. Not everything in our lives will be easy. Sometimes we will have to do things that are hard or that we don't understand. The important thing to remember is that we are always getting better. Having a growth mindset means that you don't let hard things stop you from growing. You face challenges. You work hard and believe in yourself. Think about math class. The first time your teacher shows you a new math skill, you may not get it. You will after some practice. So what is the author's point of this text? Well, the author's main point, what this author is trying to share with us, is that a growth mindset means that going through hard things doesn't stop you from growing. And if you look towards the middle of the text, this is where the author is really strongly sharing her opinion. Having a growth mindset means that you don't let hard things stop you from growing. Just because something is hard doesn't mean you can't do it. Just because something is hard doesn't mean that you're not growing at all. You're just becoming stronger because it's hard. That's what the author is trying to show. So what reasons do the author gives us as to why it's important to have a growth mindset? Well, not everything in life is easy, but we are always getting better. And she talks about that in the beginning of the story. So not everything in our lives will be easy, and then we skip a couple sentences. The important thing to remember is that we are always getting better. So life is going to be hard for everyone. But just because life is hard doesn't mean we're not getting any better. And that's where she starts to explain what exactly is a growth mindset. So our final question is, what is another reason the author gives to support this? Well, she uses an example such as math. Learning something new, such as in math, is hard at first, but with practice, you get better at it. And we can see that towards the bottom. Think about math class. The first time your teacher shows you a new math skill, you may not get it. But after some practice, you will. She's giving you a real life example. She's letting you think, putting it in your own shoes. Think about math class. When you learn about something new in math, it's hard at first. But when you continue to practice it, it gets much easier. That is an example of growth mindset. So she's giving us an example. All right, boys and girls, that is the end of this video. I sure hope that you learned a little bit more about growth mindset and about author's reasons. Remember, when you're trying to figure out what the author's trying to tell you, what is the author's reason for writing the text, it's what they're trying to prove. Make sure that you look for their reasons and make sure that their reasons are strong enough to support their key point. I'll see you next time, boys and girls. Bye.